Space Age Bachelor Man. That I think this is the second song that was written for Ride the Cyclone. It's funny because I went to an island. We live on an island, but I went to a smaller island to write the outline for this, and Brooke came up, and so I went through all the characters, and he's like, oh, okay, cool, great, and I was like, oh, in this one character, Ricky Potts, he was abducted by these cat aliens, right? And he becomes their kind of messiah and everything like that. And Brooke's like, yeah, got it. Yeah, totally. And then he kind of went, I get that one right away, right? It's kind of a riff. I think initially the reason why I went to Cats is because when I was a kid, I was obsessed with the David Bowie movie Cat People, where David Bowie turns into a cat, right? So I think that was the initial thing. And then Brooke, you kind of took the ball and ran with it, right?
I remember just because when we were listening to it heavily in the studio again this summer, it was a case of Queen and Flash Gordon.
Yeah, Flash.
Oh my God! Yeah, just the sort of ridiculousness and the grandiosity of that. So cool. So Bowie and Queen in there, and then it's interesting through the course of writing a musical. Like literally, we did start this in 2008 and have been working on and off.
Yeah,
till it's 2021 right now. What day is it? It's the last day of January. Holy crap!
Yeah,
2021. This one had it was, I think, at like 9 or 10 minutes long.
Oh, the initial one, was clocking in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, we were going for the whole prog rock thing and trying to tell this elaborate story about these battling planets. And in an earlier version, we popped a balloon on stage that was filled with glitter, representing the planet of exploding. And
and it was so elaborate. But it was like the first production of it, people were like, "It's so elaborate, I forgot the entire show afterwards because I just got sucked into another show." Right? You know what I mean?
Self-indulgent. Yeah, it was self-indulgent.
Which I thought was cool, but you did lose the entire thread of the evening.
Yeah. Yes. So we trimmed, and it was cut for a little while. There was one show maybe it wasn't going to be in, but we squeaked it back together and worked on it a little bit more this summer. So it's in its final version here.
And the progressive rock aspect is kind of like like Styx. Like I remember listening to I've been sailing away, and like you go, oh, that's a pretty melody, and you kind of sail away, come sail away, and then you actually just kind of read the lyrics, and it's about being abducted by aliens.
Yeah, verse 3. It takes you to the end.
Yeah, like the lyrics are totally wackadoo. Yeah. Anyway, and this one I think is in terms of if you're a Cyclone fan, this is your you know what I mean? Like this one's a divisive number, let's say. Like super fun. Yeah.
Are you talking about the fans or are you talking about the producers of the show? No.
I'm thinking kind of like I remember sitting in an audience and I can see that people who are digging the show are digging this number, right? And then the people that were kind of like, right, they're like, okay, this is a bridge too far, right? Yeah. But Jane Doe, brings us in. And Scott Redmond kills it on this track. He's like, the guy has like a sea biscuit range, right? Yeah. He's just jumping all over the place. He's got like his lows are super low, his super highs, right?
Yeah, we worked really hard in the studio too with some killer musicians. That's Peter Dowse on the bass that just takes it up to the next.
Yeah.
It makes me smile I've heard these songs so many times, but this one still just makes me laugh and smile.
It's super fun. It's kind of, I guess like for Brooke and I, this is definitely our wheelhouse of our sense of humor. Just goofy, crazy, sci-fi, little robots, and kind of, you know what I mean? And it does have a serious undertone of kind of, this kid who just kind of all his life kind of lived in his own head, right? You know what I mean? And kind of, and we get to dramatize it on stage, right? You know what I mean? And and I guess out of all the kids, he's the only one who doesn't really, I think he's the closest to being the most comfortable in his skin, even though he's kind of, kind of shut off from the world. He's the most comfortable because he's so used to kind of.
Well, he's a space age bachelor man.
He's the space age bachelor man.
Most of us are.
Totally. Rock out.